This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Now, 2 months ago, I have played the Stanley Parable, the non-Ultra Deluxe edition, and I've uploaded it to YouTube. But that was with the knowledge that Ultra Deluxe was going to come out soon, except I didn't know that it was going to come out, actually last month. But that's besides the point. Now that I got time to actually record videos, I decided to, why don't we just try out this game. So as you guys saw in the intro, we are going to play this game. So let's just skip past the intro right now. So just going to skip on saying that, wait for the narrator to, yell at us to, try and get us to move. Because I don't know, maybe the narrator is bored with his life or something. I don't even know why the narrator exists. Like, seriously, do you even need the narrator to be in this game? Like, can you imagine a game that doesn't have a narrator? Like, how cool would it be? Just stand there and you just figure out everything by yourself without having someone to tell you how things work, or like, okay, I don't think the narrator is even going to berate at me for not moving. So let's actually just play this game proper. So the clock on the wall seems to be matched up to my real clock that I actually have, and I don't think there's anything that I can do on the computer. So let's play this game and pretend that we have not played this game before.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Yeah, what could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. What memo? And where is the meeting room? Why am I following this predetermined path? Who knew?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Yeah, I would love to go to the door on my left. Nope. Nah.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
No,
Perhaps he
I didn't
wanted
know.
to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, that's the reason why I want to stop by here. I mean, look at this.
Yes,
Look at this
truly a room worth
lounge.
admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all.
Yeah,
just
look
to
at
spend
this.
a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
I mean,
Stanley
look at
simply
this.
stood here, drinking it all in.
I mean, literally, look at this. It says coffee nuts. I mean, look at this. I'm literally drinking from a coffee nut. And look at this image. It is so beautiful. Okay.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really.
Okay. I think we have covered how interesting this room was in the original game, and I don't think there's been anything different.
At this point,
so
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
I was going to leave, but maybe I could sit down for a while and enjoy a little bit of the scenery. I mean, look at this number
Stanley
one
sat around waiting for more dialogue.
dead
But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Okay, what message?
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Yeah, you know what? I was going to not follow the narrator, but let's just follow the narrator just to see through the game in the Ultra Deluxe edition.
And got back on track.
Let's see if there's any changes to the original ending in the Ultra Deluxe.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let's see if we can go back to the... Nah, not today. Let's see if we can do the original ending the way that the game intended us to do it, and see
Coming
if
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
there's any difference from the original and the Ultra Deluxe ending, which I honestly don't think there will be. Because according to the
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
What is
so
this
the
truth?
boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Yeah, that was all
He
sheer
stepped
luck.
into the newly opened passageway.
But honestly, I don't think there's anything different for the original ending from the original game and Ultra Deluxe, because from what I've read in the Steam page, there shouldn't be the only new content is regards to all the other endings,
Descending
not
deeper
the
into the building,
original endings.
Stanley realized he felt
But,
a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Wow, I thought someone was firing. I mean, dang, I thought this was
Stanley walked straight
Half-Life.
ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Man, look at this clearly labeled escape sign. But not today, folks, not today. Also, I'm curious, does this game still use the source engine, the same engine that powers Half-Life 2 and Portal?
The lights rose on an
Because it
enormous
looks that
room
way.
packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Probably not. But let's find out anyway. Ooh, look at this. Security cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers.
Oh my
The
god.
lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
What is that walkway? I wonder what that walkway could be used for. Okay, I don't think there's anything that could be used for. So let's just walk to the next part of this platform. And we got an elevator. Click,
This
click.
mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true.
Yeah, it couldn't
Had
be
Stanley
true.
really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah, maybe.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Yeah,
it was
why-
unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Yeah, why would our lives be in someone else's
But here was the
control?
proof. The heart of the operation.
Ooh.
Controls labeled with emotions.
Sneaky.
Happy or sad or
Oh.
content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I don't think this overhead bridge was here in the original game, so that's a nice, neat little addition that was added into the Ultra Deluxe edition. It'll make solving the nuclear parable a lot easier. Oops, that spoiled the game. You guys didn't hear anything. I don't know what nuclear parable you guys are talking about. There's no such thing
as a nuclear parable. And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Off. Okay. Oh my god, it's so dark. I can't see anything. Help. Are we going to get kidnapped, guys?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
There's a house now. I don't believe there was a house in the original ending of this game.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Man, I'm still being controlled by a narrator.
Was happy.
Well, I very clearly didn't pay $15 just to have what is it, 14-minute game? No, surely it has to be longer than that, right? So yes, there's a lot more endings to explore to this game. There's a lot more new content, and as much as possible, I'll try to play the new content, especially if I find any. But for now, we're going to play through this game as though this is the regular Stanley Parable, just so we can, because we noticed that I noticed that there's some minor differences between the Stanley Parable and Ultra Deluxe. So that's what I want to find, and I hope you guys will enjoy this series just like I did, because so far, even though we've repeated literally the exact same ending from the original Stanley Parable, I do believe that the new content is going to be fascinating, and I hope you guys will join me in this adventure. So thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, comment if you have any suggestions, and I'll see you guys in the next video.